Can you work and receive VA disability benefits? The short answer is yes, but working may affect your ratings, and depending on how much you earn, it may make you ineligible for certain VA disability benefits. Welcome to VA Made Easy. I'm VA-accredited attorney and U.S. Army combat veteran Ed Farmer. Today we're going to discuss how working may affect your ratings, when you could work with 100% disability rating, and when you could work with unemployability. If you've been denied your claim, visit me at vetlawoffice.com. We provide zealous advocacy. We'll help you with those buddy statements. We'll help you obtain VA medical nexus opinions. We'll prep you for your CMP exam. Set up a free consultation at vetlawoffice.com or call 1-800-700-4174. There's no fee unless I win. But for now, let's get into it. When it comes to VA disability compensation, there's nothing precluding you from earning income and receiving that VA disability compensation, except when it comes to unemployability, which I'm going to discuss at the end of this video. So you could be a multi-millionaire and still have a combined rating of 100%. However, your ability or maybe your inability to work could affect what ratings you receive. For instance, mental health ratings are typically partly based on occupational impairment. For instance, say you have PTSD, you have trouble focusing, you have trouble getting your tasks done, you can't get along with your coworkers, then your rating is probably going to be higher than somebody else with PTSD who more or less does okay at work. Working could even affect your ratings for physical issues. So say you're service-connected for knees and back, and you work mostly construction, and after that long day of construction work, you experience flare-ups in your knees and your back, which reduces your range of motion. Well, that could result in a higher rating for your knees and back because, as I've discussed in other videos, the VA is supposed to rate you based on that reduced range of motion during a flare-up. So yes, there are instances where you're receiving VA disability compensation, but working may affect your rating for better or for worse. Now let's talk about if you're 100%. So I'm talking about either you have one rating at 100%, or you have a combined rating at 100%. I'm not talking about unemployability in these scenarios. So if you have a combined 100% or one rating at 100%, not unemployable, then you could still work and receive your full VA disability compensation. However, keep in mind, like in the examples I just mentioned, some conditions are based off your occupational impairment. So let's say you're 100% for PTSD, and at the time you got that 100% rating, you had some severe occupational impairments, but your conditions since improved, so you've gone back to work, and you no longer have that same occupational impairment you did. In other words, your condition has gotten better. In those instances, if the VA learns that you're working and you have a 100% rating for a mental health condition, they may bring you back in to get reevaluated. Now, how are they going to find out that you're working? Well, many times veterans just keep filing claims after they're 100%, and some sort of piece of evidence makes it into the file that says, hey, he's a great worker, he's doing well, and that triggers them to try to reduce you. So my advice is if you're 100%, maybe stop filing claims. To be clear, if you are a combined 100%, there is no preclusion to you receiving 100% from the VA and working unless it's due to unemployability. Now, TDIU or unemployability, there are limits on what you could earn and still receive that benefit. For those of you who don't know what unemployability is, if you're unable to maintain what they call substantial gainful employment due to your service-connected disabilities, then the VA will pay you at the 100% rate, even though your rating may be less than 100%. I've done several videos on unemployability. Go check them out. But let me give you a brief overview of what substantial gainful employment means. Essentially means you're not earning over the federal poverty limit, and you're unable to earn over the federal poverty limit because of your service-connected disabilities. It's not a choice to make less than the federal poverty rate. It's the inability to make over the federal poverty rate. The federal poverty rate at the time of shooting this video is $15,650 with an additional $5,000 for each household member. So technically you can say have a job where you're only earning $15,500 and still get unemployability, but it's going to be a very difficult case to win. You're going to need help from an experienced VA disability rep to help you in those sort of circumstances. Another exception to substantial gainful employment when it comes to TDIU is if you work in a protected work environment. For instance, let's say you have severe PTSD and you work at your brother's company and you're making $100K at your brother's company. But the only reason you have a job at your brother's company is because he's your brother. You couldn't go out and get another $100,000 job or any job. Your brother is protecting you. He's putting you in a protected work environment. In those sort of circumstances, you can still technically get 100% TDIU from the VA and earn that income that your brother's providing you. But again, those are very difficult cases to win, and you may want help from an experienced VA-accredited attorney or representative. That does it, guys. To recap, yes, you can work when you have VA disability compensation. It may affect your rating and may preclude you from such benefits such as unemployability, but you can do it. And that does it. If you need help with your VA claim, visit me at vetlawoffice.com. There's no fee unless we win. Keep liking, keep sharing, keep subscribing. And as always, you have the power to change your VA.